Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Afterglow Alchemy. My name is Michelle. I'm here just to talk a little bit about my red light specifically because I use it almost in every surface. It's safe for virtually anybody, especially pregnant women when they can't use even high frequency. So it's a really safe, super transformative, very powerful modality that I like to incorporate in almost every single surface. But I wanted to talk about it in its more deep resonance because it's used for more than just collagen and elastin. So, if you've been in my room before, you're going to always see it probably glowing in some place over in the corner just to generate the stimulus and the circulation that it causes. It does need to be about an inch away from the face, but I do feel results when it can be a little bit further away. Like as if I'm doing a treatment on somebody, then I'll end up getting a little bit of the light myself while I'm doing it. So it is very powerful. It's very strong. I can turn it on really quick, and it is sometimes too bright for people. You can wear little glasses with it. I tend to just kind of put my face into it and not really so you can see it's very powerful. It illuminates the entire room. You can probably see it really bright at nighttime outside. I absolutely love it. So when you turn it on over your face, it's like you're laying out on the beach in the middle of the day. So you're going to see it very bright through your eyelids. The glasses help, but you're still going to see it. But after a few minutes, it dissipates. You just have to stick with it for a little bit and then it calms down. And then once you see the results and the after effects of it, it becomes more of an addiction. It's just something that you really want to engage with all of the time. So my red light specifically is called a LightStim Pro panel. It's got 4 different panels that can be adjusted and kind of molded around the area that I'm working in, or it can just kind of go flat. So if I'm working on the back or the feet, any type of part of the body that requires a more full panel can be adjusted to that, and then it just kind of closes up. Also, if that is too bright for you, then I also have several small devices that I use in conjunction with it. So I can use this on a lower part of the body, and then I'll use this on the face to just kind of help people that are more inclined to feel sensitivities to light. So the main benefits that everybody knows about with red light are going to be collagen, um, increased collagen and elastin, which show a plumper, firmer skin. And you're also going to have accelerated healing and blemishes. So let's say you get a dermaplane or you get a lot of extractions. You don't want to necessarily leave looking red. You want to leave looking glowy. So in the treatment center, I would probably use this RD Alchemy soothing mask, which the smell alone is relaxing. It just takes to the senses, and we would use that underneath the red light to allow it to penetrate deeper and have you leaving with a more even complexion. So it also adds to the glow because of the circulation. So you're going to see an immense glow. So this is like a supercharge to the circulation. It's going to reduce fine lines and wrinkles over time. But the first session, 10 to 20 minutes, I like to do 10 minutes, no less than 10 minutes, is going to give you a great result. Especially if you go home and you massage your face and you do face yoga. This is a supercharge in between all of your normal day-to-day routines. Even skin tone, major inflammation calming, which helps soothe the angry skin. So it's going to reduce inflammation, like I said, if we're doing extractions or if we're doing a more strenuous type of treatment. It's going to also have an effect everywhere else it hits. So we're going to be working with the neck or the décolleté area most often, and you're going to experience maybe some lymphatic drainage because the movement's going to be occurring under the skin. So I want to talk more so about the hidden, more subtle benefits that come along with red light therapy that people don't normally discuss, but are imperative to the work that I do, which is a focus on circulation and regulating the nervous system. So, of course, you are going to go into a type of state that is meditative because you're having to lay under the light for at least 20 minutes. So you really have no choice. And even if your mind is swirling, you're still going to come out feeling more refreshed. During that time, I like to engage in massage or other treatments. I'm not going to just leave you laying under the light because that just feels a little bit awkward for me. Like, what am I going to do during that time anyway? So, we're going to be massaging the arms, maybe doing a lymphatic massage, or I'll be doing the red light somewhere else on your body in conjunction with the one that's taking place. So, yes, we talked about meditative states, and some people will even cry because it's going to be releasing tension. It's going to give you a moment of relaxation to yourself that nobody really allots for themselves, anyways. So, this is kind of like a forced moment of silence. And this is where a lot of magic starts to happen because clarity comes in when the nervous system is regulated. And this is extremely important to transformation. But so that's one reason why I really like it. Um, so it recalibrates. It supports hormonal harmony. If you're dealing with hormonal acne, PCOS, postpartum shifts, and even stress related breakouts. Or I would even like to go one step further and talk about a stress related eczema breakout that a friend of mine was experiencing. And she calls it a hormonal breakout, so I'm not too sure if it was diagnosed as one. However, I experienced one and later realized it was stress induced eczema. So what it also leaves behind is it causes extreme itching, but it also leaves behind hyperpigmentation. So during the active eczema, you don't want to irritate it or anything like that, but the light doesn't irritate it. It's going to penetrate it. It's going to move things around. I didn't know, I was taking care of hyperpigmentation around the ankle area, just putting my panel over it. She stopped having her eczema breakout for at least 30 days after a 30-minute treatment on her feet while I was doing the facial. It was profound. She couldn't believe it. She became addicted. So that is something else that I discovered along the way, in regards to how powerful this light can truly be. Um, so I recommend doing the I do the include the red light almost in every single service, whether or not it's requested. I also offer several packages where it can be added onto services where I don't necessarily have time to implement the red light. Let's say like a pro cell service where we're working just on the micro channeling, and then there's other steps that we need to implement. So the red light doesn't necessarily come out. But if we are going to include it in a package, we'll probably just extend the service in order to implement the red light, or it's going to be added on to a different part of the body. But it's always going to be in place somehow, um, in a normal menu facial. And let's see. So sometimes the skin is going to need support more than stimulation, and red light is going to give the skin the space to integrate the work we've done. So the soft hug that kind of tells your cells that it's time to regenerate, that you're safe, you can heal now because the cells are constantly being hit with different types of chemicals based off of hormonal and emotional fluctuations that we go out throughout the day. And the only time for our body to truly regulate and rest is during our sleep. However, not everybody gets the adequate amount of sleep or a restful night's sleep. So, this is going to not only increase the chances of your cells being able to have space and time for themselves in order to heal at night, because you were able to kind of give them a shock during the day. But in my sessions, I also like to talk about taking up to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C to help the inside of your body regenerate. We're going to talk about drinking at least a gallon of water a day. And we're going to speak more about the journey of beauty versus the instant dopamine hits that people usually tend to go for because they want instant change. However, I'm here to show you that everyday self care and love and attention to detail is going to give you the most true, honest, integrative, long lasting result that you can possibly have. And it happens faster than you think. Nothing is wrong with a little bit of time. Nothing is wrong with patience. It is a value, right? It is such a value. So we talked a little bit about that. But I guess I also want to talk a little bit about how you can also heal different ailments that you are feeling when it comes to your joint health here at Afterglow, because I like to I like to stay active. So my joints and keeping myself limber is extremely important to me. And so what I've always done is use something called like a castor oil pack. And so it's like a heavy piece of wool. You soak it in castor oil and you put it on your joints, and then you can use heat to allow it to penetrate deeper. So castor oil itself has a molecule that's more like a shard. So on its own, castor oil is going to secrete into your skin easily at least 3 layers deep, especially if you add heat. But what I like to do is I like to add my red light on top of it, because the red light on its own is going to help products reach 5 layers deep, along with massage and the moving of the lymph and total body circulation. This is how we do total body transformation. Um, this is where we began to do basic things that can completely change the outcome. And I can teach you basic things that you can take home to do on your own. And then you come back to me for the more intensive treatments, because intensive treatments are necessary for the spotlight growth of where we're truly going. So, I guess that's basically all I wanted to say about the red light. Um, I use it during It's very clean, but I use it during all kind of facials. I have a vagina facial as well. So this is going to tone and even out all types of your skin, especially if you experienced some type of scarring down there, chafing, or maybe even kind of a discoloration. We've got the bleach cream, we've got the red light, we've got the exfoliation. I've got all the stuff, and I'm not afraid to do anything. So we just kind of get down in here. And yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say, I guess, about my red light. She's my little bestie. And till next time, bye.